There is no better victory except the one you give. There is no better breakthrough except the one you give. There is no better healing except the one you give. Hey.
Come and have your way as we praise your name.
A very pleasant good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. Today is December 14th, 2020. It was 21 years ago today that I lost my father, the great Rodney Lansford Sinclair, but he was affectionately called Big Stone. Now, my father is one of the greatest fathers anyone could ever have. He was a firm, stern disciplinarian. He was highly intelligent, and my father had one of the greatest care and love for family. And he instilled that in all of us. So today, I am somewhat sad because, as you know, I don't celebrate Christmas anymore because I lost my mother on Christmas Day. And to lose my father on the 14th of December, it tells you that this month is not a good month for the family. I want to take this time out and big up Dorothy Sinclair, my wife, Claudia Sinclair, my daughter, Sean and Shane, my son, my twin boys, Cameron and Shade, my grandchildren. And I know they are sharing the same sentiments I'm going to share with you in this world. Who was Rodney Sinclair? Well, my father grew up in the district of Enfield, St. Mary. He was a baker. At one time he wanted to go into politics because he could speak extremely well. He had a great orator. I guess that's where I took it from. And my father was loved by every single person in the district of Enfield. But there was no money in the district of Enfield, so my father had to go out. Sometimes he would go overseas and farm work and come back 6 months at a time and make sure that he takes care of the family. Now I can tell you this, my father was one of the most caring person one would ever know. My father made sure, no matter what, no matter how broke he was, his children are not going to go to bed hungry. He made sure of that. Even if it was one big loaf of bread and the clock is about to strike 12 midnight, you bet he's coming home with that to share it with us all. And we had a great time. We didn't fuss or quarrel about being poor or anything. It brought the family together because one thing we know, the Sinclair family, and anyone who knows us in Enfield, St. Mary, will tell you that we're a brilliant set of children, mannersable, full of knowledge. Norman Joseph Walcott Sinclair is my father's first son, and he ended up being a medical doctor, an orthopedic surgeon, until he lost his life to Hodgkin's lymphoma, a bone marrow cancer. Then came the great Janet Sinclair. Everybody knows her from Advice to the Love Lawn because Janet was this great individual. She was also a special constable, and she was a beautiful journalist, and she did so many things. Miss Teen Jamaica competition, Mini Miss Jamaica competition, Miss Jamaica grandmother. She was very innovative, a pioneer. And then my brother Glenn, who lives all the way in Florida, a great, great individual. I love you, Glenn. And Yuna, and Karen, and Michelle, and everybody, we were just close-knit. Sister Faith, everybody was close-knit. But ladies and gentlemen, I have this joke to tell you because my father got the name Big Stone. And how he got the name Big Stone was, they say, back in the 50s, it was extremely dark in the district of Enfield, and when it reached to 6 o'clock in the evening, it would get extremely dark. There was no street lights or anything. And my father decided to shelter under this big stone. And as you know, 6 o'clock is kind of dark, ladies and gentlemen. So my father decided to go underneath the big stone and shelter from the rain. And while he was there sheltering from the rain, he was kind of mumbling to himself, like, man, I have all these children and things are so bad, and I wonder if I'm going to make this out. But my father didn't know that on top of the rock there was this manna. And while my father was there mumbling and the rain was coming down, and my father said, I don't think I'm going to make it out, the man on top of the rock replied, yes, man, I have seen a sicker man than you make it, so you can make it. My father got scared because he didn't know somebody was hiding on top of the rock. And he left from underneath the rock, and he ran all the way from the big bridge where the big stone is at to Enfield. And when he got to Enfield, he was there and talking on top of his voice. The big stone was talking back to me. The big stone was talking to me. The big stone was talking to me. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That is how the name Big Stone came about. So if you ever take a trip to Enfield, and as you cross over that big bridge from Junior Penn going on into Enfield on the left hand side, you'll see a humongously big rock. That is where the name came from. And as soon as I got older and started to working, and I said I want to immortalize my father's name. The name Big Stone must be heard around the world because my father was a great human being. And I named my company Big Stone Records. And guess what? The name stuck on me. So everybody all over the world knows me as Big Stone. That is my father's name. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this opportunity along with my family, Dormley Sinclair, Claudia Sinclair, Sean and Shane, and Cameron and Shade. And I want to just reflect to December 14, 21 years ago, when we lost my father. I know my sisters and my brothers, and even my brother-in-law, Johnny Leiber, and also Peter Gay and Raxon and Courtney and all the other siblings. There's so many in the family that I can't keep count. But we all, at this time, will always remember the name Rodney Lansford Sinclair, the great Big Stone. My father was a family man, and I keep saying that because he instilled family in me. He instilled love in me. He instilled discipline and respect in me. Anybody who knows my father, they'll know that he's a disciplinarian. So I love my father very much. I remember my late sister, Janet Sinclair. It was about one Father's Day. And she said, Claude, I'm going to teach you something. I was about maybe 2 years old, 3 years old at the time. And she said, I'm going to teach you this poem for your dad. And ladies and gentlemen, I learned it, and I learned it well. And I never, ever forget this poem that my big sister, Janet Sinclair, Advice to the Lovelorn, told me. And it goes like this. Father's Day by Vivian Ross. I would love to give my father a gift that is fine and smart, but since I have no money, I'll give him all my heart. I'll tell him how much I love him. He'll understand the rest, but Mother says she's quite sure she thinks my gift the best. Thank you, Janet Sinclair, for teaching me that. And with that poem, it kept me going and it motivated me until I became a soldier, till I became a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And if you look at the photograph at the beginning of this tribute, you'll see my mom and dad, and especially my dad. He was just looking up at me in admiration and pride. So Papa, you would have been 97 years old this year, the 18th of April. But you passed away 21 years ago. And it feels like it was yesterday. I miss you from my heart, Papa. And I want to take this opportunity and to pick up all my siblings, from Sister Faye to Glenn Sinclair, to Eunice Sinclair, to Karen Sinclair, Marcy Sinclair, and Judith Sinclair, and all my nieces and nephews and many, many great-grandchildren. I want to thank you so much, Papa, for giving me a life, for giving me the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding that you had, because my father was so brilliant. He was so brilliant that they say in the district he could commit the body to the ground if there was no pastor. So today, I'm very sad, but I'm also happy to know that, Papa, the teachings, the instructions, the love, the care that you instilled in me, you and Mama, I'm taking that and I'm taking it and walking with it very proudly. Thank you so much, Rodney Sinclair, for giving me life, for giving me health, for giving me strength, for giving me perseverance, and for giving me this vast amount of knowledge so that I can impart to my fellow people. I miss you so much. I wish you was here to see how your big son adopted your name, Big Stone. And guess what? I even have my own record company, and I named it after you, Papa. Big Stone Records. I know anywhere you are, your Mama and your Lonnie and my other nephew that passed away, and the great Janet Sinclair. I know you must be having one great big party this coming Christmas. But as you know, Mama died on Christmas Day and you died on the 14th of December. It really touches me, so I really don't celebrate Christmas anymore. But I know your grandchildren, Shade, Cameron, and all the others from my sister, you know, all your nieces and nephews and your grandchildren and so on, all of them is wishing you the greatest Christmas ever. I love you. I will always love you. I love you then. I'm still loving you and missing you now. Take care of yourself, Papa, until I see you again, because we're gonna meet again. And oh, what a beautiful day.